you see this week's episode of Arrow? Probably not, because a lot of people are losing interest in the show. But the most appealing thing of the whole episode was the return of Emily Kinney, because she's such a sweetheart. I love her, but it is good to see her back in the freaking superhero TV verse as the Bug-Eyed Bandit. Arrow was more of the same, but we did get to see Curtis enter the freaking Team Arrow group, and that is pretty awesome because it looks like he's gonna be the one to replace Felicity. Hopefully this means that maybe in a crossover episode, freaking Cisco's gonna come, he's gonna meet up with Curtis, he's gonna see Curtis's freaking balls or whatever. Oh, that doesn't sound right. Cisco's gonna play with Curtis's balls, and he's probably gonna fix them, and they're gonna be able to do that thing like they do in the comics where they're like, and it'll be awesome. And Mr. Terrific will be born. Because let's get a new superhero in here already, please. Talk about what the freaking title says, and that is who is going to die next week. Because if you saw the preview to next week's episode, they are pretty much setting it up to finally reveal who is in that damn grave on episode 1 of season 4. At the start of the season, my guess for the person that was going to be in that grave was John Diggle. Since then, my guess has changed because 1, I don't think they'll kill John Diggle now because Oliver won't have a bro on the show anymore, and I think the show likes that dynamic between him and John. And 2, I'll explain later because it ties in with some other stuff. My second and third guess were Detective Lance and Felicity's mom. The reason I said Detective Lance was because he was working with Damien Dark, and of course he betrayed him, so you would think Dark would kill him, but after you see how Dark operates, he doesn't like to kill you, he likes to kill the people around you, so you have to live with it. That's where I came up with Felicity's mom, because Detective Lance is dating her. Of course, Felicity has been in the whole Damien Dark business too, so he could kind of hurt 2 birds with, you know, 1 stone, or that's not how the saying goes. It still works though. Seems like a reasonable theory, right? But someone in the comments told me that Barry shows up to that funeral, and Barry's never met Felicity's mom. With the information of Barry knowing them, that freaking puts us back at square one. I mean, it could still be Detective Lance or freaking Diggle, but my original reasons on why it's not going to be them still hold true. I'm assuming you guys have seen the previews to the next episode, but if you haven't, let me describe it for you. Apparently, the League of Assassins is back with Malcolm Merlin, and he's come to freaking fight Thea or something because they're fighting a lot in this damn trailer. At the end of this week's episode, we saw John Diggle's brother freaking be an evil bitch like he's always been, and so in the next preview to the next episode, you see freaking Oliver fighting his brother, and John Diggle points a gun to him and be like, yo bro, what's happening? And during that whole preview, I think Laurel saying something along the lines of not getting between a father-daughter spat or something like that, and the preview ends with somebody saying the time of death, which is like 11:58 or something like that, meaning someone's going to die. So who's it going to be? In the trailer, we see different people fighting each other. You got Oliver versus Diggle, and you got Thea versus Malcolm. They want you to think it's going to be one of those 4 people, but then they're going to throw a curveball at you, and it's going to be totally somebody unexpected that you wouldn't think. Something I forgot to mention that was in that trailer, it showed Damien Dark possibly being broken out of prison by the League of Assassins, or I read that somewhere. If Dark is getting out of prison, and he was put in prison because of Detective Lance, that means he's really pissed off at Lance, and he's got to kill somebody that Lance really likes, and that only leaves freaking Laurel or Felicity's mom, and we know Felicity's mom hasn't met Barry, but Laurel has. If you guys follow me on Twitter, which you really should, follow me at Juice from the Box, you would have seen the Twitter conversation I was having with many viewers about who could possibly die next week. One viewer thinks it's going to be Laurel because apparently there's a bunch of behind the scenes photos that basically give it away. If that's the case and Laurel actually dies, could we get Sarah back as Black Canary on freaking Arrow? That would instantly boost my interest in watching the show because freaking the way, I don't know if it's freaking Sarah herself, the actress that does the choreography, she makes it more believable even if there is a stunt double. Her character just seems to do the fighting way better than Laurel. She's just more exciting to watch, and I feel like her chemistry with Oliver was so much better. We know that she's the White Canary, but with her sister's death, that could bring her back into the darkness. And she could be the Black Canary, but still be good, because we just saw in Legends of Tomorrow that she freaking learned to control her bloodlust because of freaking Ra's al Ghul or whatever. Ra's al Ghul. If you're thinking Legends of Tomorrow wouldn't do that, guess again, because we've seen freaking Hawkman go, Heatwave's been gone, although he came back. This show is supposed to be a show that freaking takes its heroes in and out, and that we possibly change it up with new heroes, which is awesome. Anyways, it's time to sound off in the comments. Let me know, who do you think will die on next week's episode of Arrow? Will it be Diggle, Detective Lance, Laurel, Felicity's mom? Let me know how much you want Sarah to come back in the comment sections down below. Guys and gals, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your mama, your papa, your dada. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, guys, I'm your host, Juicebox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. Have I had my daily dose of juice? See you guys next time. Bye!